This is a pretty tragic headline, a development in the Diddy case that I'm sure some of you guys are aware of. That kind of broke my heart, but also made me think to myself, I wonder how many girls out there, I wonder how many women out there would actually accept this deal. This is a headline courtesy of The Telegraph. Diddy still paying ex-girlfriends $10,000 rent as part of a quote-unquote love contract, Jane Doe testifies. So this Jane Doe woman is on the stand now testifying in the Diddy trial, and people have basically uncovered her identity. Allegedly, this Jane Doe is 50 Cent's baby mum. That one girl that's like Blasian that Diddy was also dealing with at the same time he's dealing with Young Miami. So that's who the Jane Doe is. I'm not sure how the internet found out, but the internet uncovered her identity. So this is the development. It says Sean Diddy Combs bought an ex-girlfriend new teeth and is still paying her rent for her home as part of a love contract she made with the music mogul his sex trafficking trial has heard. The woman testifying under the pseudonym Jane Doe testified all day Friday about a relationship with Diddy, their so-called hotel nights, days-long drug-fueled sex sessions. She told the court how Diddy began paying for her new house after she verbally agreed to a love contract with him in March 2023. The jury heard that Diddy asked her what she wanted as a monthly allowance, but when she asked for $15,000, he countered and with $10,000, which she agreed. She said that she used the first payment to move into her home, and he still covers her rent monthly now. Diddy also provided $15,000 for the furniture to fill the apartment. The allowance made her feel like there was some sort of balance in our relationship because she was always loving to him, and for once this was him giving me some love in return, Doe told the court. She testified that Diddy also paid for her to get a new veneers because he didn't like my teeth. Christina Coram, Diddy's chief of staff, made the appointment for her, Jane Doe recalls. So I'm wondering, how many women out there would be comfortable with a guy paying their mortgage, paying their rent, but then also having a contract that says, whenever I want to come through and smash, whenever I want to come through and hit it, you have to be ready. And is 10K enough, really? Is 10K really enough? Because what I've heard through the grapevine, or through academics specifically, because he's been covering and watching this really closely, is that I think when this Jane Doe was on the stand, they were grilling her, and essentially it came down to her saying she doesn't want to work. She has no desire to work. She fucking hates working, so she kind of lives off of her child support payments, which I'm guessing come from 50 Cent because they have a kid together, and she lives off the 10 grand that Diddy pays her. I'm assuming some of that 10 grand goes to rent or the mortgage, but whatever's left over, she makes that work. But she says that she doesn't want to have a job. So I'm wondering if some of these hotties out there, some of these IG baddies in particular, some of these social media girls, some of these Instagram models, I'm wondering if you as a guy actually had the money that Diddy has, or you were able to afford to spend 10K a month on a girl. Could you realistically DM whatever IG baddie you're into right now, whatever girl that you saved in your fucking bookmarks, and offer her this deal, and she would take it and say, hey, I'm a random, but I've got this money, here's proof, I want us to have a love contract. Would you be okay if I gave you 10,000 now every month, but then that also meant that anytime I went to hit, you'd be available? Unless obviously you're on your period and stuff. Would a lot of girls take it? Would a lot of women be comfortable with having that arrangement? Obviously we know what the arrangement is. It's essentially prostitution. We know what that technically is. But I'm just saying, if you are consenting, if somebody was to slide in your DMs now and offer you 10K a month to cover your rent, and then also to give you the opportunity to smash, would you do it? Big up Young Odd Vibes. No, because how do you say morals? Yeah, exactly. Big Young Odd Vibes. ¿Cómo se dice morals? ¿Cómo se dice integrity? ¿Cómo se dice principles? ¿Cómo se dice shame? ¿Cómo se dice don't want to embarrass my parents? But I wonder how many girls would actually be comfortable doing it. I'm going to be honest here and say, I don't know many IG baddies. I don't know many Instagram models, personally. But from what I've been able to ascertain online, reading between the lines, I think you would be scared, you would be shocked by how many women would gladly, willingly accept that deal. Or would accept even less. She wanted 15 grand. Diddy gave her 10. I think you would be shocked by the amount of girls and the caliber of women, because a lot of men think, you know, the more attractive a woman is, the more fucking illustrious and prestigious she must be. I think a lot of guys and a lot of women, especially if you look up to some of these girls, you would be shocked at the caliber of woman that would be more than comfortable with accepting $5,000 per month from a random stranger if it meant it would mean they don't have to work, it would cover most of their bills, and it would only require them to smash from time to time. Or when not time to time, fuck it. Not time to time, whenever they wanted. I think you'd be shocked by the amount of girls that would do it. That's a really scary, sad part about it. And I'm not sure how he got here. I'm not going to lie, I'm not sure how he got here. Because I remember there was a time in my life growing up where like only the freakiest of girls and guys were into like sex work or actually explored it, right? Only the freakiest of guys and girls explored sex work. Nowadays, I don't know why that is the case, but I feel like some guys, some girls, their first option if they don't want to work is not to start a business, is not to do a little scam or whatever. Their first option is to go on OnlyFans. That's their first route. They're like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go on OnlyFans. It's like, surely there should be another way for you to like build up some money, build up some capital, whatever else it may be. Surely there's another way. But I think people's insistence or to go that direction, willingness to go that direction, and their refusal to work a job is kind of leading to where it is now at the moment. Don't get me wrong, everyone's kind of wanting to fucking, you know, I don't think anyone that's got a job probably hates their job. There are only probably a small amount of people who actually have a job that somewhat fulfills them or that they actually enjoy. Most people just work to kind of pay the bills, you know, keep a roof over their head, keep themselves clothed and shit. But I don't know, man. It's a big jump, innit? It's a big jump from not liking your job to suddenly being okay with prostitution. It's a big jump, but I honestly think there's a lot of women that will do this. Sadly, a lot of women would gladly do this. This woman, for instance, this woman is still accepting money from Diddy, despite him being charged or being accused of what he's been accused of. She's still letting Diddy pay her bills. She's still more than comfortable with essentially defending him. And most likely, if Diddy ever gets out, she's going to be by his side, you know? So it goes to show that what I said in previous podcasts about being confused why some women don't seem to have a real aversion to men who are guilty of sexual assault and rape and shit. I think, well, I forgot who we were talking about, but I remember speaking about it in a podcast thinking, I think it was the whole DGT thing. I was like, you think a lot of women would like, an instant red flag would be a dude who's been accused of or charged with kiddie diddling or anything concerning rape. But for whatever reason, a lot of women could turn a blind eye to that sort of stuff and be comfortable with dating a guy with those allegations on his jacket. And I think we've seen proof of it via this court case and via this Jane Doe. Diddy's been accused of crazy crimes. We've seen the video of what he did to fucking Cassie. We know most likely Cassie's not his first victim. And this woman is more than comfortable with not only accepting his money, but defending him in court. And most likely, if he ever does get released or he fucking gets found not guilty, she's going to be one of the people who's going to stand next to him when he gives his press conference outside the court. You just know it. You just fucking know it. It's fucking crazy, man. It continues here. In early 2023, Doe texted him that she hadn't seen him in a while without the company of male escorts, prompting Diddy to note his recent purchases. Well, get over here, please. Look at the roof over your head and that pretty smile, he said in the text to Doe. Holy shit. She's like, hey, man, I kind of want to see you without all the fucking male strippers and shit and male escorts. Is it possible? And then he's like, bitch, I'm paying your bills. I'll do with you as I please. It's fucking crazy, man. It's absolutely insane, kind of disgusting and kind of scary. But I guess he has a point. I guess he kind of has a point. The music mogul faces 5 federal counts of sex trafficking, transportation to engage in prostitution, racketeering, conspiracy. He has pleaded not guilty. The major purchases were far from only memorable moments in the courtroom on Friday. At the start of the day, Diddy blew a kiss to his mother, who was sitting in the news and mouthed, "Hi, mummy." People are also, by the way, on a side note, people are also suggesting that Diddy and his mum were also involved in some freak shit. Which will make sense, because I think one of the things we found out when when R. Kelly was convicted and that documentary came out, I think we found out from his brother, right, that he'd been abused when he's younger by family members and shit. Like, just the whole family. I think his brother did, R. Kelly did. So I think that's like a common thing with people that are into this sort of stuff. There is a lot of like childhood trauma, abuse, and whatever else it may be. So it's probably not surprising, to be honest. But I remember reading that somewhere that some people are hypothesizing that Diddy's mum was also involved in freak-offs in some regard. Doe testified about carrying drugs in her luggage from Los Angeles to Miami on 2 occasions for Diddy. Doe was really jealous when she saw another woman spending quality time with Diddy while hanging out with him at the studio and the gym, while most of the time she spent with him as the hotels. So I'm assuming that's Young Miami, because that's when they were beefing. I'm assuming that's Young Miami. I'm still confused, not to be a snitch, not to be a narc. I'm still confused why Young Miami hasn't been subpoenaed, or why she isn't testifying, or why she hasn't been charged. Because wasn't there an accusation that she was also transporting drugs? Wasn't she one of the last people involved with Diddy's romantically? Wasn't she also heard of saying on social media that she was at the head of the groupies or whatever else it may be, or the freak-offs? I've always been surprised why Young Miami hasn't been pulled up on this. It's really interesting, but maybe she's got a good lawyer on her side. That's a picture from the courtroom. Obviously, there's no cameras allowed, which is really unfortunate. Obviously, they've rubbed out her face so you can't see it. But allegedly, like I said, people are saying that Jane Doe is 50 Cent's baby mum, that Blasian girl who Diddy was dealing with at the same time as Young Miami. And that's obviously an illustration of Diddy without the Just For Men, looking very, very old. Doe read another text from December 2023 in which she claimed the hotel nights were the only reason you have me around and why you pay for the house. Honestly, women, man. Women, innit? Women. You agree to this exchange. It's a very disgusting exchange. It's a very dehumanizing exchange. It's a very belittling exchange. But you agree to this deal where this guy will pay you 10 grand a month, but in exchange, you will have to be a sex slave. You agree to it. Then when it goes down, you start complaining, or you start catching, which, no, it's not even that. You start catching feelings for him. Romantic, that's what happens, I think, from what I can read it between the lines. It sounds like she actually started to catch feelings for Diddy and wanted to spend actual quality time with him. It's like, brother, that's not the arrangement. I pay your bills, you fucking give me sexual relief or whatever else it may be. Or, you know, you fuck all these male escorts. It's a crazy exchange, but that's what they agreed to. And then she tried to change the terms. God damn it. She repeatedly told jurors that she didn't like sleeping with escorts and only wanted to sleep with her partner. Fuck, bro. Fuck. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of the wild shit about Diddy, isn't it? But I guess it's like a power control thing. Why did he just get like slaws that are like into this sort of stuff? Why break like regular girls? This was probably her first time doing orgies, right? Similar to fucking Cassie. She said her first time doing any you know, even fucking doing oral sex was with Diddy. So I wonder if that's just like a textbook thing like abusers do. Instead of going to a woman who is into that sort of stuff, who's experienced in that sort of field, you'd rather take somebody who's innocent, who doesn't know any better, and break them, innit? It's fucking wild, man. Because this girl was clearly in love with Diddy for some reason, even though he treated her like shit. Doe testified that when she objected to the future hotel nights later in their relationship, Diddy would say things like, "If you want to break up, that's fine. I'm not about to be paying rent for a woman's house that I'm not seeing." She said she wasn't trying to break up with him, but felt obligated to perform these nights with him. I'm not going to lie. If I'm still paying your rent now and you get on a stand and testify against me, I hate you. If I'm Diddy, I'm throwing her mad daggers in the eyes. I'm throwing her mad daggers. I'm staring her down. I'm still paying your rent now, and you're on the stage. You're on the stand testifying against me. Honestly, man, the game is crazy. The game is crazy. As part of their love contract, they agreed to take a break from hotel nights for 2 years. She's testified. Early in the day, she broke down in tears on the stand while describing some of the hotel nights, stating that Diddy didn't like it when the escorts wore condoms. Why is she calling it hotel nights and not free costs, by the way? Does she not like that term? By the way, look at Diddy, man. Like, now I'm starting to get some of the gay shit. Now I'm starting to get it. Before I didn't understand. Why is everyone accusing Diddy of being gay if he's not doing any gay acts? Now I'm like, hold on. Why do you care if the escorts wear condoms or not? Why does that bother you? But that sounds like somebody that's like, you know, that's maybe not come to terms with their sexuality. Maybe like, why would that bother you? Why is that in your interest? One time on her birthday, sorry, not third birthday, God forbid. One time on her birthday in 2023, she reluctantly participated in a hotel night and asked an escort to wear a condom. Diddy gave her dirty looks, and then she said, "No, you better not ask for a fucking condom." She then grabbed a condom and the escort proceeded. Doe said she developed frequent urinary tract infections. Oh my God. And her body became sore as a result of hotel nights. Her body became sore. Whew. And these urinary tract infections, are they because she's just having too much sex? Or is it because she's having unprotected sex? God almighty. God almighty. She really worked for that. She really worked for that 10 grand, man. She really earned every penny of that 10 grand. The jury also heard that the voice note that Diddy sent Doe on August 2023 during an argument after she cancelled on their hotel night plans because she wasn't feeling well. I'm about to really disappear on you. You'll have a rude awakening. You'll just have silence, he told her. Doe said she was pretty alarmed by the message because it made her realize that he could just cut him off. That he could just cut me off at any moment he wanted. Her testimony continues on Monday. Oh, yeah. What a weird position to be in. She knows what she's doing is wrong. It's affecting her negatively, mentally, physically, spiritually. But she can't cut him off. She can't move on. She can't end it because of the money tie. Because of the, you know what I mean? Because he's paying her bills. So she hates working so much. Keep this in mind. This woman hates working a minimum wage job so much. She'd rather get urinary tract infections and get ran through by a bunch of male escorts than work a normal job. Working for her is so beneath her that she'd rather subject herself to this amount of punishment, this amount of cruelty. I kind of feel for her, I'm not going to lie. I feel for her and I don't feel for her because she puts herself in this position. But God almighty. God almighty. If Diddy gets off on this, man, I'll be so shocked if he gets off. If he gets found not guilty, I'll be so shocked because some of the things that have been levied against him are fucking crazy. If he gets off, it's going to be an absolute miracle. An absolute fucking miracle. But, you know, let's see what happens on Monday.